Assalamu alaikum. This is exercise problem 2.26. We see that our I0 is given as 3 ampere in the question. I0 is given as 3 ampere. Now they told us to calculate Ix. So first things first, we can apply Ohm's law to find the voltage across these 16 ohm resistors. We know that V equals to IR. So this voltage will be 16 multiplied by 3, which is 48 volt. Now we can see that these three resistors are in parallel, and also this one as well. So overall current can be calculated by not overall current, but overall equivalent resistance can be calculated from here. But we want to apply the current divider rule. That is why we need to have two parallel branches. So that is why we will keep this 16 ohm resistor separate, and we will merge these three resistors all together. So if we merge these two as one, and to find the equivalent resistance, it will be 1 by 8 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 2, and whatever that thing, we take the reciprocal 1 by of that whatever, and we will get the R equivalent. So this yellow colored box will have the R equivalent of after calculation. Let us see how much. So R equivalent is 8 by 7 ohm. So R equivalent is 8 by 7 ohm. Now we see that the current Ix is being divided, and the one branch is going through I0. So we can apply CDR to find the value of I0. Since we have found the value of R equivalent already, we can get rid of this calculation part from the screen. So let us see, we would like to calculate I0 from here. So if we want to calculate I0, this value is already given, by the way. So if you want to calculate I0, the current that will be multiplied from here is the overall current Ix. This needs to be calculated. Divided by, it will be 8 divided by 7 is the R equivalent, plus the 16 ohm resistor is here, and on the top we will have the other branch at the top, so we will have 8 divided by 7. So from here we see that the value of I0 is given as 3. So from here we can calculate the value of Ix. So by doing calculation, we can find the value of Ix. So from calculation, we see that Ix is 45 ampere. Ix is 45 ampere. Okay. In the next part of the question, they asked about the total power of the circuit. So we see that the overall resistance, equivalent resistance of the whole circuit is R equivalent of this whole thing. So let's calculate the R equivalent of this whole thing. So let's call it R equivalent 2. So this whole part is called R equivalent 2 because we have already used R equivalent once. So let's call it R equivalent 2. So R equivalent 2 is 10 plus 8 divided by 7 parallel 16. So 8 divided by 7, and this thing is parallel with 16. So this is the R equivalent. Sorry. This is the R equivalent. So fine. Now, after doing calculation, we have this R equivalent is equals to, I forgot to write the unit before. This is I think 11.0667. So the unit is ohm. Okay. So R equivalent 2 is there. So the overall total power absorbed by the circuit, we know that the power is given as VI, but here we do not have V, but we have I and IX and R equivalent. So overall current of the circuit is IX. Overall current of the circuit is Ix, and overall equivalent resistance is R equivalent 2. So we can calculate the power by using I square R formula. So total power of the circuit. The question asks for the total power absorbed by the entire circuit. So total power absorbed. So total power absorbed is I square R. So I is Ix square R. R is R equivalent 2. R equivalent 2. So this gives us 45 square multiplied by R equivalent 2 is 11.0667. The unit of power is what? So overall, the result would be 45 square. So 45 multiplied by 45 multiplied by 11.0667. So 22.41 kilowatt we can write. So 20, sorry, can just copy and paste. So this is the answer. This is our final answer. So let me get rid of this two. So this is our final answer. So 22410 something watt. So this is our overall answer. This is the power absorbed. Thank you. So